This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of July 7th, 2022. I'm Alex Brown. The Indianapolis-based Patashu Foundation is today launching its new neighborhood farm stand program. Lade Akande, program director for the foundation's Food Fellowship program, says the farm stand is a natural evolution of the foundation's urban farm, which began in 2020.
Now that it has matured, there's opportunity to provide really accessible, cheap, fresh produce, especially to the immediate local community.
The farm stand is designed to teach high school students about entrepreneurship, food marketing and photography, and customer service. HNTB Corporation is growing its footprint in downtown Indianapolis. The engineering firm says it has expanded its space to cover 4 floors of Salesforce Tower on Monument Circle and plans to add 40 jobs. HNTB is the third largest engineering firm in the Indianapolis area, according to IBJ Research. Goshen-based ViewRail is looking to add to its portfolio. The modern stales and railing manufacturer has inked an agreement to acquire Simmons Stairways in California, though financial terms of the deal are not being disclosed. Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand is made possible by the following.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of central Indiana's business community and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and insideindianabusiness.com.
2 neuroscientists from Indiana University have received a $2 million grant to explore what impact cannabis use by young teenagers could have later in life. Here's Wes Mills.
The research is prompted by the growing number of states legalizing marijuana. The IU researchers are focusing specifically on adolescents ages 12 to 14, as it is considered a critical period of brain development. The grant came from the National Institute on Drug Abuse, with a goal of developing therapies to treat adverse effects in humans. Ken Mackey, a professor in the IU Department of Psychological and Brain Sciences, says studies indicate that heavy use of cannabis with high THC increases the risk of schizophrenia and other psychotic disorders from 2 to 5-fold, especially among the test group. Professor Wei-Chen Liu, director of the IU Gill Center for Biomolecular Science Center, says in states where marijuana is legal, many dispensaries sell edible products such as chocolate and cookies, which are very attractive to young people. Mackey and Liu will also be studying CBD because the consumption of marijuana may involve a mix of CBD and THC. Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The Ukrainian Greco-Roman Olympic wrestling team will call Indiana home for the next 3 weeks. Governor Eric Holcomb's office says Hammond Central High School will serve as the team's summer training location. The team, which earned a gold and silver medal in the 2020 Olympics, is arriving tomorrow and will train at the school until August 3rd. The Olympic athletes will use the high school facility, which opened in 2021, and includes a weight room, track, gymnasium, and pool. During the stay, the Ukrainian squad will have joint training sessions and meetings with local wrestlers. Governor Holcomb and Indiana Secretary of Commerce Brad Chambers met with the ambassador of Ukraine at the Ukrainian embassy in Washington in March, 2 weeks after the Russian invasion of Ukraine began. Holcomb's office says the governor offered to help in any way possible. Miami County is creating a niche of its own in Indiana's growing life sciences sector by securing a second medical isotopes company. Indianapolis-based Nuke Medical Inc., which does business as Spectron RX, broke ground in March on a $26 million facility near the Grissom Air Reserve Base in Bunker Hill. It's adjacent to AZ Isotopes Corporation, which opened a $45 million facility last year. Spectron RX CEO John Zahner.
I've done several projects. I've done like 50 of these cyclotrons around the world. And by far, Miami County has been, and Jim Tidd has just been wonderful to work with and very fast to get the things done.
Once construction is complete, Spectron RX will install 2 particle accelerators to produce medical isotopes that are used in the treatment of different cancers. Mark Lauder is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.